We're going to take a look at a knife, a sheath knife, fixed blade knife, Puma. It is called the Hunter's Pal. Hunter's Pal. This knife is another one of those I've had for a while that's kind of special. And I just not talked about it. I don't think you've seen it yet. It is a knife that, as I understand, was purchased in about 1974 at Battleground Armory, an old gun shop down in Franklin, Tennessee. And it's been used all those years for various things. And the reason I understand that is because I'm the one who bought it in 1974. Might have been the end of 73, but it's right in there, definitely no later than 74. I bought it as a patch knife. It was a knife that looked just the right size. It's, Hunter's Pal. Of course, it's a good hunting knife. I don't really hunt. And I needed a knife to cut patches when I got into muzzle loading at the end of 73, 74. And I'll show you what I do with it. But it's just a handy little size. It's also a knife, for those who might be interested, it was Howard Hill, famous archer's favorite knife, as I understand. Okay, the Hunter's Pal. Just can't beat that size. Just a really handy size and a good knife. Really beautiful handle, the whole 9 yards. Made in Germany, good steel. And what I've done with it, I was going to show you, because knives I have generally are knives I use. What I did with it, when I first got into muzzle loading, I had a Hawken rifle, and you generally shoot round balls in the Hawken rifle. Now this is my infield. We're kind of in the middle of taking some shots with this thing. I've been working on the sight, and it dawned on me that this knife is a pretty interesting knife to me, and you might be interested in it too. And I'll just show you what I've used it for all these years, in addition to various times opening letters and having it on my desk. Mostly it's been in my muzzle loading box, one or the other, for a patch knife. Now what you do is, when you shoot round balls, now normally again shoot the mini balls and the old Civil War rifle, the musket rifle. But in a lot of guns, like generally Kentucky long rifles and most of the early guns, they shot round ball patch balls in them. Okay, the mini ball, which came later, was a different affair, more like a bullet. So what you did to get a really tight fit, now you could just drop it down there and ram it down and shoot it, but you'd get a little leading and it wouldn't be as accurate. The patch actually acts as a tight fit against the rifling, gives you your spin, more spin than just cramming the ball down in there, and so it actually makes it accurate. In fact, the tighter that patch is, the more accurate it's going to be. I know the guys that shoot competition use a really thick patch. In fact, this is kind of thick and it's harder to load. So they really are pounding theirs down in there. So let me show you how I use this knife, because we're talking about the knife right now mainly. So what you would do is put some of that across the bore. But you know what you do first, of course, and you almost caught me doing that again, and that was dry balling. So let's put powder in first. That's no fun having to work that out. So we're probably not going to shoot it, but we're going to make sure it will be shootable. But okay, so we got about 60 grains of powder in there. Then we put the patch and the ball over here, just like that, usually with a sprue pointing upward. Okay, and take your ball starter and put the little short one on there, and you pop that rascal so it's flush with the muzzle. And you take your patch knife and you just cut off the excess patch. Okay? So you have to have that handy. Now you wouldn't fire the gun like this, or you'd have basically a pipe bomb. So we shove it on down another few inches, and we're just going to go ahead and do that now so we don't forget. And we ram it on down against the powder. Okay. So that gun is ready to fire. I'm going to set it over here out of the way. We're not going to fire it right now because we're talking about the knife. So that's what this knife is. For me, it's mostly a patch knife, and that's what a patch knife is. You just got a quick little lesson in what a patch knife's all about.